Hey, Erico here. Hope you guys are doing well. You might hear some noise going on in this video. Someone decided they wanted to do construction at this hour, at this early, lovely hour in the morning. Oh well, the show must go on, but I do apologize in advance. So, I am back again. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Why? Because we're going to get into some shenanigans with South Korea and their music industry and this whole big debacle that is going on right now. And it has to do with the big new juggernaut that all the big three major record labels in the K-pop world are looking at, and they're like, where did this label come from? And it is Hybe Entertainment. Of course, you all know them formerly as Big Hit, but then as time went on, with their major breakthrough with the band, the boys, they don't even need any introduction. BTS, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, they have grown tremendously. I mean, I was not aware of how much this label has grown. We're just talking about how they have sucked in like other labels into itself. We have like Pledis Entertainment, B-Lift Lab, and all of these many other. I mean, even Big Hit is actually still a label. Like, I thought that Hype was Big Hit. So basically, this whole label, this corporation, is having like incarnations of itself, and it's just like popping them out, and they're trying to get the incarnation to like attack the big three, and they keep producing all these groups. And come to find out, the very beloved group New Jeans is on a label of its own that is not actually a sub-label of Hybe Entertainment. It's actually its own label, and the label is called Ador. I knew nothing about this. I'll kid you not. Maybe I just don't care enough. But there is a huge big war going on, because we find out that New Jeans is under this label Ador, and the CEO of this label, who looks like she should be a modeling coach or a hostess, or I'm being kind of disrespectful. Maybe she looked like she should like be somewhere coaching pretty girls. I guess she kind of is. I mean, New Jeans, yeah, pretty girls. She's doing that. So anyway, you know, there's stocks all in these different incarnation labels, and this CEO, she's ambitious, and she says, I'm gonna go and try to raise the stakes of the stocks that I have and try to overthrow Hybe. Why? Because I have New Jeans, and I can just build off of this and just cut Hybe out of everything and go on and just be by myself on my own little island. And Hybe CEO gets wind of this, and this whole war breaks out. It's just like a whole hurricane where it's he said this, she said this, receipts are coming out.
하이브의 방시혁 의장을 저격했는데요. 뉴진스 데뷔 이후 아무런 축하가 없던 방 의장, 뉴진스가 6개월 만에 빌보드 차트에 오르자 즐거우세요? 라면서 의도를 알 수 없는 메시지를 보냈다고도 했습니다. 5년 전 방 의장이 한 말도 다시 화제가 되고 있습니다. 서울대 졸업식 축사에서 음악산업 종사자들이 온당한 처우를 받을 수 있도록 싸우겠다고 했는데, 민 대표는 방 의장을 비롯한 임원들이 자신을 찍어 누르려고 했다고 주장하고 있기 때문입니다.
Where she's saying in messages, you know, we're going to do this so that I can break away. And Ador CEO has come out, she's done a press conference, and she said that they're punishing me because this is really a battle between the girls and the girl bands. And it has to do with this new group that is on another label called B-Lift Lab. Don't that sound like that should be like a plastic surgery name for a plastic surgery place. Okay. But yeah, they had this new girl group. I should not have to like think twice about this name. Illit, Illit, I'm like, how is this supposed to be said? The name of this girl group should have stayed a thought in her head. Who B-lift. I don't even know. Like, but this girl group came out, and they're supposed to be basically a carbon copy of New Jeans. And this was supposed to be somewhat of a punishment in a way, because Ador CEO has New Jeans she's trying to break away. She had criticisms for B-Lift basically because they're both like incarnation labels of Big Hit or Hype Entertainment. And she's like, okay, this new girl group came out and stole all of New Jeans' swag, all of New Jeans' ideas, everything. You know, it's just like, this is basically just New Jeans 2.0. And she had a whole lot to say. And she claims in her press conference as she tearfully cries, is like, I went against the idea because they basically created a whole new Jeans with a different blueprint. I have thoughts on this. I'm not for either one. I keep it real on this channel. I really could care less about like this whole thing. I do have general opinions. First of all, why does Hype Entertainment need all these different labels? Like, everything could have been run on one label, or you could have had sub-labels. They keep saying, okay, it's a sub-label, but then it's not. It's like they're already kind of like, okay, there is stock in the label, but then it's like the labels are their own thing. And I guess Hype is trying to like dominate all facets of the entertainment industry, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you have so much going on, something's gonna go astray. Something's gonna go crazy. Something's gonna go awry. And with the poor tired out BTS boys going into the armies and doing solo careers and whatever like that, they acting a fool out here in these streets. We have New Jeans who, to be honest with you, this might make some people mad. I think New Jeans is just okay. You know, like, I think that they are a trendy group. I think the aesthetic is good. The songs are just okay. I like Cool With You. Cool With You. That's my song. And I like Attention. But, like, after that, their songs are just kind of like, for people who are really into, like, teeny bopper, safe type of music. You know, it's not anything that's groundbreaking. When they came out, there's also this uncomfortable feeling I had because I felt like it was like promoting underage girls in like a kind of sneaky sexual way. And then with some of the lyrics of the songs too, you know how a lot of K-pop fans try to downplay stuff and they'll be like, it wasn't that. That's not what it was. It was. As you know, like, I speak Korean. I was listening to the song and it kind of made me feel uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I did. Because they were underage. This new group too that has come out, they look underage. Cute girls. But I'm like, what is the overall internal message here? So then people are saying like the new group isn't like them at all and they're their own group. And New Jeans has their own style, and then other people say no, they did steal New Jeans' style. The style that New Jeans came out with was not their style. If you are an old school K-pop fan, you've been around in these streets and around these blocks, then you know that there are other girl groups way before New Jeans that were doing that style. There were other girl groups from like a decade or so ago that were doing it better than them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying they're not talented. They were chosen to be in a group for a reason. I'm sure they worked hard. Like I said, trendy, cute dance steps, very TikTokable. But other than that, like, it's forgettable. I feel like all the songs I've heard by them are forgettable. This other group too that has come out as well, I think I made it through like maybe 45 seconds of the music video before I turned it off. So I'm just like, there's so many girl groups that sound like this. There's so many girl groups that are going for like either the cute aesthetic with the whiny voice and the cute dance steps and the over produced expensive music videos. We've seen it time and time again. Or we have them doing like the kind of bad girl concept where it's like they're cosplaying a bad girl, but they're not really a bad girl in it. When you see them, it looks like they're cosplaying a bad girl because it's like, you're not a bad girl, you're just cute and you're wearing all black. I will say though, in the midst of all of this and all of my criticisms, I do really like one group and I feel like they are killing it. Whether they're cosplaying being bad or they actually do have some bad girls somewhere deep down in there. But I'm glad that they're kind of fighting against the whole aegyo cute thing. Oppa, I love you, oppa, 사랑해. I'm glad we're getting more of no 싫어, 시발. You know, I'm loving like Kids of Life. I love most of their releases. I love the aesthetic. We need more like true bad girl K-pop girl groups. We need more like 21-esque girl groups. And we're not getting enough of that. And it bothers me greatly. We're getting more of New Jeans. And New Jeans is not the bar. I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not. They are getting the BTS syndrome of BTS's popularity because BTS shares a space with them. And the same with this new group as well. BTS is resting and all these other groups are eating off of what BTS has grown and nurtured and accomplished. And so this also leads into another conversation about privilege. And a lot of people saying like, this new girl group has come out and they're already getting all these endorsements from major companies. They're getting major commercials. Yeah, because they're affiliated with a label that also is hometown to BTS. So of course, they don't have to work as hard as, let's say, some artists from a label that doesn't have as much money, that is like a cheaper label. Yeah, they do get privileges. Yes, it is true. And it causes you to dissect too. And you start to see like, are they really that talented? Is it just image? Is it just because they're cute? You look at their lives and it's like, okay, I'm seeing here, she's weak at vocals, she's weak at vocals, she's weak at vocals. You know, it's like, it's a whole machine. And this is not to take away from the groups that actually can sing, can dance, can get on stage and do all of that and still sound good, who have worked their behinds off from the time that they were teenagers up into their mid-20s. I'm not talking about those groups. Because I see those groups, I acknowledge you all are good. And they're not all on major labels either. Some of them are on the labels that are kind of the more hole in the wall that don't have as much money. But they're just as good as a BTS or a New Jeans. But this whole war, if we were to go back to it and talk about it, you gotta be able to know what's going on with your stuff. And you don't need so much going on at one time. I think that with this whole, like the big three with SM and JYP and YG, they have control of their sub-labels. Because those sub-labels are just another facet of themselves. Wherein with Hybe, they're really trying to get everything. And they're so profitable and they're making so much money. And you see their stocks constantly go up and down. And all these different labels and all these different artists are coming in. And I feel like eventually it's just gonna like explode. Because there's so much going on at one time. And it's just like, get it together, please. Because at the end of the day, while Hybe is successful and is considered a juggernaut, they will never be able to take the influence that the big three has brought to K-pop. Because BTS was not around when there was the big three and the influence in all those groups, such as like we can say like One Time, H.O.T., Big Bang, Super Junior, Shinhwa, Sonyeoshide. You know, it's like that history will always be. And if it wasn't for them, there would be no Hype. There would be no BTS. So it's like, I feel like it's a lot of greed. I feel like that there was a blessing bestowed upon the CEO of Hype, because BTS was not really respected in the beginning, and they didn't start getting respect until they got global. Even though I loved BTS when they were just the boys from South Korea and they were talking about social issues, and when their songs actually spoke to the youth and spoke to the system. Now they're very mainstream. And now they're very much, what is trending? What is the trend? What can we do to trend? What can we do to get a Grammy? New Jeans as well. What can we do to be on the top of the Billboard? Oh, K-pop now has their foot in the door. What can we do to have global domination? And meanwhile, your business and all this is going on. New Jeans should have just been on Hype. Simple as that. Why does New Jeans have their own label? I don't get it. I don't understand this. It's weird. It's very weird. It's very strange. If they're going to get rid of the woman, get rid of her. In fact, just do away with the whole label at this point. I mean, you're looking and seeing where she's going around and she's trying to bribe investors with all the stocks and the stakes that's going on. And it even was showing where, like, she was getting more stocks and more say in the company. And, you know, like, she's crying and she's saying, like, no, this isn't what it is. It's really about me speaking out against this other group that's trying to take New Jeans' spotlight. They're very similar. They're very similar. I mean, I'm not going to lie. They're just very similar groups. You either like both or you like one or the other. They can exist in the same space. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done before, where we haven't seen multiple groups that sound alike, same hairstyle, same makeup, same everything, singing the same, rapping the same. You know, it is what it is at this point. However, sometimes as companies and labels and businesses, you can do too much. And look what happened. Hype almost had the rug pulled out from under them. And I wonder how this is going to work. I know they've asked the CEO of Ador to step down. I know that she is not attending any of the board meetings. I do think that New Jeans and the other girl group should be left out of it. I don't think any of the acts or the artists should be involved in this because it had nothing to do with them per se. However, it does affect them because it's like, okay, this is still their label. And all of this is going on. And if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, I don't have time for any of this. Fix it. Fix it. Simple as that. They don't have time for it. I don't care enough. I just like the music. New Jeans fans don't have time for it. This new girl group, they don't have time for it. BTS fans, armies don't have time for it. Fix it. Simple as that. Fix it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Get on, please. please just get on. I'll keep looking for BTS solo music, new BTS music. If New Jeans comes out with something I want to listen to, I will. I don't think I'm going to get into that. Illit, I'm really going to start calling them that. Let me stop being mean. But yeah, get it together, please. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also a blog, Niche Asian Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. Put below how you feel about this whole thing. Are you on one side or the other? Are you a fan of Are you a fan of New Jeans, BTS? Who are you into right now as far as girl groups? I love Kiss of Life. Bye.